Hey there, quirky people! With the arrival of The Flash in theaters, let's go back and look at his origin story. The Flash is one of the most iconic and enduring superheroes in comic book history. His fame is derived from his superhuman speed and agility, his striking red and gold costume, and his witty and cheerful personality. Both Ezra Miller and Grant Gustin have managed to portray that pretty well. While Grant Gustin has already gone through his entire journey across 9 seasons of his show, Miller's Barry Allen is only in his beginning phase. In fact, we never even got to see how Barry Allen got his powers in the DCEU. The upcoming movies will recreate the experiment that gave Barry his powers. The older Barry will make it happen once again in order to turn the younger Barry Allen into a speedster. But that is very different from how the event occurred in the comics. So, let's check out how exactly did he turn into the Scarlet Speedster. The origin story of the Flash has been retold and modified over the years, but the core elements have always remained consistent as he obtained his superhuman speed powers through a combination of scientific accident and a lightning strike. DCEU's Barry Allen only became a forensic scientist for the Central City Police Department at the end of Justice League, but the comic book Barry was already one before he got his powers. So, one fine night while working late in his lab, a bolt of lightning struck a shelf, causing chemicals to spill and douse him. The combination of the lightning strike and the chemicals altered his DNA and physiology, granting him incredible speed and reflexes. The lightning and chemicals caused a chemical reaction in Barry's body. This reaction accelerated his cells and metabolism, allowing him to move, think, and react at superhuman speeds. Ultimately, he was granted several abilities such as running at incredible velocities, vibrating his molecules to pass through solid objects, and even traveling through time. These elements of his origin remained constant in the TV series, but an additional element of an explosion at the particle accelerator was added. Then, being inspired to use his newfound powers to do good, Barry Allen became the superhero known as the Flash. He used his speed to protect Central City and fight against crime. He also used them to solve the mystery behind his mother's demise. And later on, he became a founding member of the Justice League, working alongside other heroes such as Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, and Cyborg. We are yet to know the exact details of Barry Allen's origin in the DCEU, but we'll be seeing an alternate version of it for sure. Now that you guys have a basic idea of how he got his abilities, let's look at the massive range of powers that he possesses thanks to his connection to the Speed Force. First, he obviously has superhuman speed. As we all know, Barry Allen is known for his incredible speed, which allows him to move, think, and react at extraordinary velocities. He can run faster than the speed of light, making him one of the fastest beings in the DC universe. Or as he likes to claim,
and I am the fastest man alive.
The Speed Force also gives him accelerated healing. Using this power, he can quickly recover from injuries and illnesses, often at a much faster rate than an ordinary human. His healing is not as fast as Wolverine or Deadpool, but we've seen time and time again that normal wounds like bullet holes or stab wounds, which are fatal for humans, don't work at the same way on Barry. He can heal from them within hours. Next up, one of his craziest abilities is time travel. By tapping into the Speed Force, the Flash can manipulate time. He can travel to the past or future, alter events, and even create temporal paradoxes. Time travel is a complex power that the Flash has mastered to varying degrees in different storylines. But before his mastery, he also caused several mishaps such as the Flashpoint Paradox, where he went back in time and saved his mother. And an alternate version of this event comes to life in Ezra Miller's movie. Next up, he also possesses vortex creation. The Flash can generate powerful gusts of wind by spinning his arms or running in circles. These vortexes can be used to extinguish fires, lift heavy objects, or even incapacitate opponents. After that, he holds the power of intangibility. By vibrating his molecules at the right frequency, the Flash can phase through solid objects, effectively becoming intangible. The power allows him to pass through walls, evade attacks, and perform surprise maneuvers. It comes in very handy for him during battles or while running at super speed. Up next, he has the infinite mass punch. Barry can generate an incredible amount of kinetic energy by building up his speed and momentum. When he delivers a punch at super speed, it carries the force of an object with infinite mass, resulting in a devastating impact. One could say that the impact generated would make his punch as hard as a superhuman like Captain America, or even stronger. Next, he's got a speedy mind. Barry's accelerated cognition enables him to process information and think at incredibly high speeds. This allows him to analyze situations quickly, perceive events in slow motion, and make split-second decisions. So with that, he won't just be the fastest man alive, but also the smartest man alive. After all, he can consume knowledge at a rate that is hitherto undreamt of. After this, there's his Speed Force Aura. While using the Speed Force, Barry gets surrounded by a protective energy field called a Speed Force Aura. It shields him from the harmful effects of friction, high-speed impacts, and extreme temperatures. This allows him to move at superhuman speeds without injuring himself. Now, last but not least, his most amazing power is that he can share his speed. In certain storylines, the Flash has the power to temporarily share or transfer his speed to others. He can enhance the speed of his allies, or even lend his powers to individuals who don the mantle of the Flash. And this is something that we would surely like to see in James Gunn's DCU when he announces a new Flash movie after the latest one. Okay, that's all from Barry's Origins and Powers segment. I hope I was able to give you a fresh reminder of the character. Hit those like and subscribe buttons if you enjoyed this video. Goodbye, and I'll see you in the next one.